What foods can you grow indoors in 5-gallon buckets? You might be surprised at all the foods that you can successfully grow inside your home or on your balcony, porch, or patio. Here are some of the most popular foods to grow indoors in 5-gallon buckets, but don't be afraid to try other varieties as well. 1. Arugula cologne. This green grows great indoors and needs a sunny but cool spot, such as a north-facing window. Arugula will provide a continuous supply of tasty leaves. A member of the mustard family, it has a mild spicy flavor. Beans are not grown indoors as often as other vegetables, but it can be done. Choose bush over vine varieties to save space and to avoid trellising indoors. They need at least 6 hours of sunlight, and most varieties are ready to eat in 50 to 60 days from planting. Beets are a fantastic choice for bucket gardening. They need at least 4 to 6 hours of sun a day, and they thrive in rich, well-drained soil. You can grow around 10 beets in a 5-gallon bucket. Their root vegetable and will begin to mature and swell under the soil within 50 to 70 days of planting, depending on the variety. The tops poking out of the soil will be a deep burgundy color. Bell peppers are an excellent choice for bucket gardening. They require a warm, sunny spot with at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day. Start with seedlings or seeds in well-draining soil. Peppers thrive in warm conditions, so ensure they're kept in a spot that's consistently warm. You can expect to harvest your peppers about 60 to 90 days after planting, depending on the variety. Blueberries, while a little more challenging, can be successfully grown in a bucket. These fruit bushes require acidic soil and a sunny location with at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. Blueberries are a perennial plant, so with proper care, you can enjoy homegrown berries for years to come. Use a variety suited to container growing, like top hat or jelly bean. This Asian green is great for container gardening. Bok choy prefers cooler temperatures and partial sun, making it suitable for indoor growth. Plant seeds or small plants in your bucket, and you can begin harvesting in as little as 30 to 45 days. Bok choy is excellent in salads, stir-fries, and soups. You can grow about 25 carrots in a 5-gallon bucket. Fill your bucket almost to the top with roughly half potting soil and half compost, leaving 2 or 3 inches of space at the top. Plant your carrot seeds about half an inch deep. You can harvest your carrots in about 65 to 80 days, depending on the variety. This cool season crop can be grown in a bucket with success. Cauliflower needs at least 6 hours of full sun daily and rich, well-draining soil. Start from seedlings for best results. The key to growing cauliflower is consistent watering and keeping the soil moist. Expect to harvest your cauliflower heads about 70 to 100 days after planting. For indoor bucket gardening, bush varieties of cucumbers are the best choice. Cucumbers need full sun or a minimum of 6 hours of sunlight a day, along with good drainage, so be sure your bucket is well prepared. Expect to see sprouting cucumbers within 50 to 70 days after planting. Eggplants are another warm weather crop that can be grown in buckets. They need a minimum of 6 hours of full sun each day, along with well-draining soil. Choose a compact variety, like Little Prince or Patio Baby, for best results in container gardening. The plants will begin to bear fruit about 16 to 24 weeks after planting. Green onions or scallions are a terrific addition to the bucket garden. These hardy plants do well in a wide range of lighting conditions, but for best results, aim for at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. You can start green onions from seed or plant the white bulbs of store-bought green onions that you've used in cooking. They grow fast and can be continuously harvested by cutting the green tops off, leaving the white part in the soil to regrow. Kale likes partial sun, but needs at least 4 hours a day. When the temperature starts to get warmer, you may want to prune your kale plants to slow bolting. Typically, this leafy vegetable will reach maturity in 55 to 65 days. You can grow almost any variety of lettuce indoors. However, loose-leaf lettuce is easy to harvest and regrow, making it a great choice for bucket gardening. Lettuces typically only need 3 to 4 hours apart sunlight and adapt well to grow lights. Onions will need roughly 6 to 7 hours of sunlight each day and around 2 to 3 inches of water per week. Onions will grow well with other plants, such as spinach, but you will need to leave 3 inches of soil space per onion to give them room to grow. You can technically grow any variety of pea indoors, but the best varieties for indoor gardening are snap peas and dwarf peas. They will need a good 8 to 10 hours a day of supplemental lighting. Peppers need a lot of warmth and light, so you will probably need to supplement them with fluorescent lights or grow lights. They are actually a tropical perennial plant and can easily be overwintered indoors. At the end of the outdoor growing season, you can transplant your peppers into a pot or simply grow them in a 5-gallon bucket from the start. Believe it or not, potatoes can be grown successfully in a bucket, and they are perfect for indoor gardening. While potatoes like sunlight, they can tolerate a bit of shade, needing about 4 to 6 hours of light per day. Fill your bucket with a mix of fertile garden soil and compost about halfway, place 2 to 3 seed potatoes inside, and cover them with more soil. Small radishes can be harvested in as little as 25 days, making them a great choice for indoor bucket gardening. They grow best in soil that is rich and loose and moist but not soggy. Radishes like sunlight and cool soil. While not the most common choice for bucket gardening, raspberries can be grown in a large bucket with proper care. They require full sun at least 6 to 8 hours a day and a well-draining, fertile soil mix. Choose a dwarf or bush variety for best results in a container. Raspberries are perennials, so with proper care, they can continue producing fruit each year. Spinach does not love the heat, so grow it in a cooler window that receives 3 to 4 hours of sunlight. Spinach grows quickly. Both summer and winter varieties of squash can be grown in buckets. They require a sunny location with at least 6 hours of direct sunlight. Plant seeds or seedlings in well-draining soil. Due to their vining nature, provide support or choose bush varieties for better containment in a bucket. Depending on the variety, squash can be ready to harvest in about 50 to 100 days. Strawberries can be a delightful addition to your bucket garden. They require at least 6 hours of sunlight and prefer slightly acidic, well-drained soil. Strawberries grown in buckets can produce fruit all through the summer season, and if moved indoors during the colder months, it can offer a year-round harvest. Regularly fertilize strawberries every other week to encourage fruit production. This tasty green is known for its dark green leaves and striking red stems. Swiss chard needs full sun, but it can thrive with 6 hours of supplemental light. Cherry tomatoes do better indoors and larger varieties and need 6 to 8 hours of full sun. Try some varieties that have been proven to grow indoors, such as Red Robin, Tiny Tim, Tobo, and Florida Petite. Like cucumbers, zucchini also enjoys plenty of sunlight 6 to 8 hours, so place your bucket near a sunny window. Plant zucchini seeds about an inch deep, and expect to see seedlings sprout in a week or 2. Bush varieties of zucchini are the best fit for indoor growth. The plant will take around 35 to 55 days to start producing mature zucchini.